What is going on, everybody? My name is Pete, and you guys are watching Pay to Drive and Pay to Drive vlogs, day number 1610, proudly presented by paytodrivestore.com. Check it out down below, links in the description. If you drive for apps like GrubHub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, or any of the others, you, my friends, are in the right place to stay up to date with what's going on in the gig economy. So get started right now for free. Hit that red subscribe button, tap the notification bell, hit that like, and all that good stuff, because if you hit the like, it just lets YouTube know I'm doing a good job. In fact, leave a quick comment saying liked, L-I-K-E-D, just so I know you did it. And let's jump into the email, Triple Lindy, Thornton Melon style, and here we go. This comes from Cam. It's a little bit long, so get some popcorn. Drivers need to watch out for these things on DoorDash. Hey Pete, Cam here. You can use my name, I don't care. All right. I started driving full-time last year, mainly on DoorDash around May. Before that, I drove part-time, so I wasn't doing as many orders. So I didn't notice a lot of these things I'm picking up on now as I drive full-time. Since the new pay model on DoorDash, which isn't that new anymore, of course, depending on when you're watching this, I figured out how it actually determines our base pay, or at least in theory. I'm positive it's set up so that every order that's placed on DoorDash is set up so DoorDash doesn't take a loss, and if there is a loss, it's placed onto the driver. Base pay seems to be different all the time regardless of mileage, even though the new pay model was supposed to make up the difference in mileage going further and pay less for shorter mileage. I've gotten base pay $10 for 10 plus miles and $3.75 for 10 plus miles, all from the same merchants, but this is what I learned. Whenever the customer tips $5 or more on those long distance orders, the base pay seems to be $3 to $5. But when there is no tip and the customer ordered $50 worth of food, the base pay is $10 plus. When I called support and asked furiously why I was getting lower base pay on orders with bigger tips and higher base pay on smaller to no tip, they claimed it was a glitch and the tip should never affect how the base pay is paid out. Which we all know the whole glitch excuse is just that, an excuse for ripping us off in base pay. I'm not sure for GrubHub, but this seems to happen all on my long distance orders on DoorDash and Uber every day. GrubHub is different. You're right about that. I'm positive all these apps are starting to follow DoorDash's lead on how they pay us, and the driver should never take the loss, since after all, we aren't the business owners, right? Losses should always fall onto the company because they take most of the profit and are giving us such a small percentage. However, that's not the case. I want to keep this email as short as possible, but there's a lot to say, so I'll end with this. All drivers need to start getting into the habit of screenshotting every order before accepting it. I've told you guys about doing that for sure. Support always claims they can't pay the difference if we don't have proof, which is what they're counting on with all the many different glitches that occur on DoorDash. And just because a driver may not have experienced it yet themselves doesn't mean it's not happening and it won't happen to them. The more orders you do, the more orders you will start encountering with these issues as follows. 1, peak pay not being paid out at the end of the order. Offer changing after confirming pickup. Mileage changing from offer after confirming pickup, apartments being hidden in offers only showing building number, then showing apartment number after confirming the pickup, base pay not being paid for longer distances, the timer being paused in the middle of deliveries. Keep an eye out on your timer when declining orders, heading to a pickup, and then they just stop coming in. Sometimes DoorDash pauses dashes even in an order, which is how some people are having their dashes ended. Timer being paused while sitting and waiting for offers. Sometimes it'll glitch and will show the searching for offer screen, but is actually paused as well. You have to close the app and reopen it, and now you'll see the pause screen. This is another way dashes are being ended. Dashes. Orders that have unknown number of items are placed through the merchant's app or website, not through DoorDash. I've told you guys about that. They choose how much of the tip we keep. I personally refuse offers like these because most merchants keep a big portion of the tip and they have us do the delivery. Their point of sale system is integrated with the DoorDash app to be used as third party when finding drivers. Check your pickup times. DoorDash has been sending people to pickups 10 to 15 minutes early. When we arrive, we think it's the merchant's fault. when in reality, it's DoorDash's fault. They're trying to keep drivers busy during peak hours, and they're intentionally wasting our time so we don't log off because there's too many drivers on to fulfill orders, which would have people just sitting waiting then logging off. They want a specific amount of drivers on at all times. So if you see this happening, it means there's too many drivers on and not enough orders coming in. Don't be fooled by $4 to $8 peak pay. Every time this happens, I've logged on and I maybe get 2 or 3 orders in 2 or 3 hours, and then right when the peak pay is ending, all of a sudden I'm bombarded with mainly no tip or small tipped orders. I personally think this is just another way DoorDash manipulates drivers to get enough people on before peak hours. Then when peak hour hits, the peak pay goes away and now they have enough drivers out. I could go on and on about the ways DoorDash manipulates drivers, but we just don't have enough time. These are particular things I think all drivers need to be aware of and watch out for constantly so they're not manipulated into wasting time and fuel. I haven't driven for Uber very much lately because of all of their scams they're pulling. Too, I actually think they're becoming more manipulative than DoorDash, and that's saying something. And I only run GrubHub in the background for cherry picking. My market isn't very big for GrubHub or Uber. It's mainly DoorDash in Northeast Ohio. I wish all drivers listening to this to make great tips and fast trips. Wow, Cam. Couldn't have said it better myself. That was a lot of information. So drivers and dashers, do you agree with the things Cam was saying? Do you disagree? Let me know in the chat or the comments. I know that was a little long. And of course, if any of you guys out there have anything you want to share with me, a comment, a topic, a question, a story, an article, whatever you got, send me an email, paytodrivestories@gmail.com. It's the best way to reach me. Or for a quicker response, make sure you guys reach out and message me through Patreon at patreon.com/pay2drive. That link's in the description down below. Or the pinned top comment. And anyone who signs up as a patron, as my way of saying thank you, is I give you guys shout outs in all my new videos, which I'm going to do right now. So when you hear your name called, say, hey Pete, I heard my name. We have our tier 5 driver, Ronn Grubb, followed by John Birchfield, David Moore, Angela Counts McCarty, Brian Pomeroy, Sean Gibson, Brian Medina, Heidi Barnes, Jimmy Santiago, Joe Valerio, Kurt Paul, Laura Love, Tulsa Todd, Agus, April Jewett, Alan G. Van Horn, Nick Gilroy, Drew Honor, Todd Rosemanith, Fernando Carranza, Frank Haviland, Fresh One, Jason Caston, Natalie Mosley, Sarah Keston, Scott Freisner, Sherry Cassidy, Stephen Neely, Tom Perry, Chad Cowell, Brian Richardson, Kayla Quintero, Candace Mitchell, Joyce Hine, LaDonna Roten, Matt Epperson, Nick G, Stacy Miller, Terrence Pacheco, Valerie Brown, Rebecca Swenson, and Melody Longs. Huge shout outs to all of you. Really appreciate you all. If you guys want to sign up, links are down below. Go and check it out. Who's going to be the next patron? Maybe it will be you. And real quick, guys, make sure to download the free gas app called Get Upside. Links in the description down below. Very self-explanatory how to use it. Make sure to download it today. It saves you lots of money, 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon, which is pretty fantastic. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Links down below. And of course, check out paytodrivestore.com where you can get shirts like this. Get that money, get that honey. Links in the description down below. We've got lots of great stuff. Go check it out. If you made it to the end of this video, leave a comment saying END647, END647. Just lets me know you made it to the end. Don't forget to hit the free red subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you're always notified whenever I post something new. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button. It just lets YouTube know I'm doing a good job. Leave a comment saying liked, L-I-K-E-D, just so I know you did it. And until next time, get that money, get that honey. Keep hustling, keep bustling, and we'll see you next time right here on Paid to Drive and Paid to Drive Vlogs. And as always, drive safe, be well, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, everybody. Later.